We're on Wells, Texas. The little rough wood building right there used to be a dog kennel that they converted into a house. This is one of the houses right here, the cult members. It's where Catherine Grove and her husband live. There's been a lot of interaction myself with people here on this road with the Church of Wells, where I've been chastised and rebuked by them. I'm on public property. They've said not to be walking past their houses, that they may have to take legal action if I continue to walk past their house. There's one of the wives. She's got behind the vehicle there where she'd be hard to see, hiding. Well, as we go by and they see the cameras, they tend to kind of scurry into their homes. So they'll all go into hiding. They don't interact well with the people of the community, and they're really pretty reclusive in a lot of ways.
Pastor Jim, thank you so much for joining us. What in the world is going on over there, in your opinion?
As Jordan said earlier, it's a cult doing cult things. And the longer it goes on, the more obvious it is what's taking place there. We've seen it go from really change from, in the beginning, I called them a bunch of boys trying to do a man's job. Just thought that they were really confused as far as doctrinally and things. But we watched them really move and morph into really a machine, so to speak.
And you live very close to their property, right?
I do, and I have a church that actually joins their property, and then we have an automotive shop that joins another piece of property where they have a shed.
And you've talked to these elders.
Oh, yes.
And have you had a civil conversation with them?
Very few.
If they're men of God and you are as well, what is it, where's the breakdown come from?
Well, usually whenever I begin to question their motives in a particular thing or how they've handled people, it's not so much doctrinally. We've not had a lot of doctrinal discussions, a few, but that's not been where the problem's been. The problem has been is how they handle people and what they're doing and manipulating in people's lives and their minds.
What have you seen them do that you consider manipulative?
Well, certainly in the way they control their women. For one, the wives are not allowed to walk beside the husbands. You see them walking around town a lot. They walk, 10, 12 feet behind them. And the wives do most all of the work around the homes. The husbands, they do work, but they go out and do it. And so I've seen them as far as whenever you interact with them, they're not allowed, even the other men, the elder that's in the group, if there's a group of 3 or 4 of them, he's the only one that speaks, and the others say nothing, a lot of times only looking at the ground.
And did you happen to see Jordan when he was there?
I did not.
Okay, and have you seen Catherine?
I have.
And when was the last time you saw her?
Just a few days ago I saw her.
And what did you see? What was she doing?
She was raking the yard in a house that her and her husband are just moving into. And so she was out cleaning up outside some.
And this husband, have you met him? Have you talked to him?
I have.
And he's a member of the church?
Yes, he is.
Did she meet him there, as far as you know?
Yes.
All right. And all of these women that walk behind their husbands, they seem to all have 4 or 5 children.
Yeah, or more.
Or more. Has Catherine had a child with this husband?
Yes, she has a little boy.
Were you all aware of this?
Yes.
We've seen pictures.
We've seen pictures.
And is it just the one?
I believe she's also pregnant now. She appears to be.
Okay. Did y'all know she was pregnant?
Only from someone sending us a picture in Wells.
Okay. Have you met the grandchild?
No, we're not allowed to see or talk to Catherine. The last time I talked to her husband, he told me that I had to surrender and wave a white flag, and that he chastises Catherine and she needs more chastising and humbling, and that she can't speak well, and that she's lost her abilities to speak.